Woohoo. Oh yeah. Hey, what is up guys? My name is Dave Cat and it is officially, it has to be officially summer now. So the temperature today is 30 degrees. 30. Whew. And something also that makes it officially summertime is that it is June, and that means that you guys are off school, you're finishing your exams, if you're working, you're looking forward to your summer vacation. Oh, yes. Man, I love summer. So anyway, today, as is new tradition on this channel, I'm gonna go through my Finnish favorites for the past month. And if you are new to this channel, let me just back up a little bit. A few months ago, me and my fiance moved here to Finland. And so now at the start of every month, I have a look back on the previous month and share with you guys my favorite things that I've come across here in Finland that are Finnish or that you can find in Finland. You know how it goes. But before we get started, I would just like to say that none of the products or services or anything that I mention in this video are in any way, shape or form a sponsor of me or my channel or anything like that. These are all my thoughts, my opinions. So yeah, with that said, let's get started. So speaking of hot weather, I have the perfect thing to start off this month's favorites. And that is an iced coffee from Espresso House, specifically the Mocha version.
And the reason I've been loving this so much is because with the super warm May that we've been having, it's sometimes you don't want a hot coffee, and iced coffee is the way to go. And this is so good. You get the caffeine kick that you need, and you get a little bit of chocolate syrup or sauce in there, and oh man, that's good. And if you're a pro like me, you'll wait for it to gather all at the bottom of the cup, and then you just kind of scoop it up at the end. It's kind of like a dessert after your coffee.
Now it does come at a bit of a price, I have to admit. For coffee, it's yeah, it's not exactly cheap. The small one is a little over €4 and the big one is €5. So you're probably not going to want to buy one of these every day, otherwise you'll be pretty poor quite quickly. But I don't know, for a treat now and again. Now this next one is something that I've been using a lot, and it is awesome. It's such a good service, and that is the Helsinki and Espoo City Bikes. If you've watched my vlogs over the last few weeks, you'll have seen that I've been using the City Bikes a lot. And I think this is actually quite a popular service because firstly, whenever I go to get a bike, there's always only one left or none. They're all gone. And I actually got an email yesterday saying that there's 39,000 people that have registered for the season pass for the bikes, which to me is awesome. Okay, it sucks that there's not many bikes in the rack sometimes, but it means people are actually at least planning on using them, which means maybe less cars on the road and that kind of stuff, so that's always good. So the season pass is €30, which at first seems like, I don't know, maybe quite a lot, but the season goes from, I guess, sometime in May all the way up until the end of October, so that's quite a long time that you can use them. Also, if you just come to the city maybe for a week, it's €10 for a week, and a day is €5. So if you're planning on using it for the whole season, €30 makes sense to me. The one thing that's a little bit annoying to me is the 30-minute maximum ride time. Before then you have to dock and then take it out again. You can do that as many times as you like, but you're always kind of thinking in the back of your mind, right, where's the nearest bike station? If you're like riding somewhere that you're not very familiar with, you kind of have to look up before if there's a bike station nearby. If you do go over that 30 minutes, it charges you, I think, €1 for another 30 minutes. But I guess they have to do it to, I don't know, control the system somehow. And overall, it's a really good service and actually surprisingly safe because there are bike lanes everywhere. There is even like a cycling super highway that goes through the city, and loads of people use it, and it's really nice to ride along these bike paths as well. So I'd recommend the Helsinki City Bikes. Really cool way to get around. Now you've been on the city bike for a little while, you're feeling a little bit peckish, you've worked up a little appetite. I've got just the thing for you. You need to head over to Fafa's and get a chicken and hummus pita. And if you worked up a little extra appetite, get a little side of sweet potato fries because and honestly, there's not really an awful lot to say about this other than it is freaking delicious. And considering it's like, I guess, fast food, it's not super unhealthy. There are definitely less healthy options out there. And one thing that I really actually like about Fafa's is that they tend to hire a lot of foreigners, actually. And it seems like the working language at all the Fafas that I've been to is English. So for me, as an English speaker, if I don't want to have to go somewhere and then, you know, potentially risk getting in an awkward situation where someone doesn't speak English or whatever, although most people in the like service industry in Helsinki, they do speak English, but you know, if you just don't want to deal with that today, then just go to Fafa's because you're guaranteed service in English, and just for those days where you don't really want to have to deal with it. Now it is a little bit pricey at €10.90, so you know, I guess it's a nice treat now and again. And the sweet potato fries are something like €4 for the small, so you know, it adds up. Again, probably don't want to be doing that every single day. If you have your coffee and your Fafa's meal, that's like €20 just for lunch. Ha, what can I say? I have expensive taste. So the next thing on my list isn't specifically Finnish or Finnish made, but it is only available in the Nordic countries. Definitely not available in the UK, no matter how hard I tried when I was there. And that service is HBO Nordic. Now the reason I love HBO Nordic is that it has The Office, the American Office. The Office was available on Netflix for a long, long time, and then all of a sudden it came up with the message saying, we're taking this series off Netflix in a week's time or something like that. And it went over to HBO. So HBO Nordic does have its own app, so you can stream from your phone via the app or from your computer using a browser. Now, I will say this, the HBO app is a little bit quirky. Maybe quirky isn't the right word, but it just doesn't work as well as the Netflix app. Like I find when I've watched something like The Office, it doesn't correctly like register what episode I left on. Or if I watch on my computer, it doesn't transfer sometimes to the phone app. It just doesn't feel as seamless as the Netflix app. But you do get a lot of cool and different shows than what's on Netflix. The Office, for example, and something that Kat and I have actually been binge watching a little bit is Silicon Valley. Very good show. Now the best thing about HBO Nordic is that they do a 1 month free trial, which is what I'm on at the moment. You do have to put your card details in, but you can cancel at any time. I'm undecided yet if I want to keep both HBO Nordic and Netflix. I feel like it's one or the other for me. I have been watching HBO Nordic a lot more than Netflix at the moment just because of The Office and Silicon Valley, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know next month. And now finally is something that you guys suggested I should check out, and that is called Glossikka. Just like last month when I suggested you guys check out Memrise, which is a language learning app where you can learn Finnish amongst other languages. Glossikka is also a language learning platform. And the reason that I've been loving Glossikka is because it has Finnish colloquial. Many of the apps that teach Finnish is the written Finnish language, and this is more like how people talk, and I think that's quite a rare thing to come across. But as you can see, they have a whole bunch of different languages to learn. If you're already speaking Finnish, you probably don't want to learn Finnish. They have French, Estonian, Dutch, Arab, Egyptian Arabic, English. Maybe I could do with some English studies. Japanese, Irish, it's all of them. They have everything. So really what Glossikka specializes in is the repetition aspect of learning a language. So basically all you do is press play.
Sick.
And it'll just play through various sentences over and over again.
Tired.
Mua väsyttää.
I'm tired.
Mä oon väsynyt.
So it'll just go over and over loads of different sentences and just keep on rolling. Now you may have noticed that I am using this in the browser on my phone. As far as I could see, there's not a dedicated app for phones yet. But what I will say is that it works really well in the browser, mainly because you can press play,
Mä oon väsynyt.
close your screen,
Are you feeling alright?
Voitko sä hyvin?
and it'll carry on.
Are you hungry?
Onko sulla nälkä?
Now, once again, I would say that this is on the more expensive end of the spectrum. This is an expensive episode of this Finnish Favorites, it seems, because this actually costs $30 a month, which is about 25 euros. And when you compare it to something like Word Dive, which is $7.99, it's quite a lot. But when you sign up, you do get a free week of the service, and you don't actually have to put any card details in or anything like that. It's just free. But I do think this is a really good alternative if you don't have time to sit down and like play the games or do the apps or sit down and actually study. You can learn like passively, plug your headphones in and then do your housework or whatever, and you can be learning at the same time. So I think in that respect, Glossikka is really good, but a little expensive. So that is my 5 favorite things for the month of May. I don't know about you guys, but I think 30-degree weather, sun and blue sky is going to be on my June Finnish favorites. It's looking good. But anyway guys, that is about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have anything that you would suggest that I try out for this month, leave that in the comments below and I will check them out for sure. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up for me. And if you're new over here and new to my face, click that bright red shiny subscribe button and YouTube will let you know when I upload a video next time. And with all that said, I guess that's it. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.